for the streets.
It's like the streets keep watching when you got deep pockets. I get love from east to the west, evergreen them off. We out here breaking all this snitching, niggas need to stop it. How long these niggas had the bag and never seen a profit? Me, I'm just being honest. That dirty pull the Sprite. I still get dirty for a pint, I'm MVP Giannis.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the New England Patriots. Here's the punter, Jake Bailey, ready to do the honors. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Being chased out left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And that is something that we just saw there that you obviously have to be prepared for when you try to defend Lamar Jackson. That likely will not be the last time that we see him take off.
I love your language there, partner. You have to be prepared for it, and you work at it. But I don't care how much you prepare, it is hard as heck to execute against Lamar Jackson. Great vision, great speed, tenacity, runs through tackles, makes people miss. It's always a long game when you're trying to corral Lamar Jackson.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Well, I liked it. Just take the snap, burrow forward, pick up the few inches you need for a first down.
And defensively, I don't think they were expecting that. They looked a little surprised in the middle.
Yeah, a little bit wary there, weren't they? Because that can be a throwaway down where maybe you go play action, fake it, and try and get something big. But instead he said, forget it. Let's just get a first down and start a new set.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 42-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And now Jackson will look to throw it. He'll buy some time right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a first down.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now a give. This is Murray. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 43-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To throw is Jackson. And that will be in.
Oh my God!
They're trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Oh my gosh, bro! killing me, bro.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth. From the gun, it's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
They were caught in no man's
Let's
land that
go.
time, but the decision to go for it, that was the
Let's
right
go.
one. It's a first down.
That was so lucky, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. Come on.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 more on that one.
Man.
Another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 10-yard
Let's
touchdown.
go, man. We got lucky with that, man. We got lucky with that. But we'll take it.
Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter. And they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. There's a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
Throwing Jones. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. After 7-0 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Jones.
Let's go.
Able to get to him.
Let's go.
Bowser in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Dante Hightower providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Back deep for the Patriots, Gunnar Olszewski. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
Man, that's my
Pass at the
fault.
line, ready to go.
I shouldn't have never gave him
Maybe
the ball
losing
back.
just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
At the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Looking here for Schmidt downfield. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
And not all
that's a heartbreaker.
are the result of a pass that maybe was not thrown quite right. Sometimes it's thrown in the perfect spot, and you have to just go get it. And he did that right there.
No fear there in the middle of the field. White's got a 1st down and more. And he's got room. And he gets this one down to the 24. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Jones now throwing on 1st down. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. Into double
Give me that
coverage,
shit.
and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And he'll be
Let's
stopped
go.
shy of the 15 at the 14-yard line.
Let's go.
on the return. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold
Everything
the
that he was
safety,
trying
and
to
you
do is
that
over
with your
with.
head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders.
I don't even remember who gets the ball
Hold the
back.
safety so that you can get back to the throw
But
that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking
hopefully
his
he
guy
don't
was
quit
open
after that.
he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson, buying time to his left. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From the 41, Jackson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. This is taken around the 12. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both teams going back through their game plans, making their final halftime adjustments. And for the call of the second half, we go back up to Baltimore and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the 3rd quarter is underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Jones. That's caught by Myers. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Running out of the gun with White. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It was Chuck Clark coming up to make the tackle.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. This is White. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a carry for White. Trucks over it. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 30 on second down, Jones. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact, well timed there. And now 4th down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Come on, Street.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Get out the way, bro. That's a pick 6.
So it was a drive that had real promise here.
That's a pick 6, bro. Y'all seen it.
M&T.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going.
Get out the way.
Possibly got a little bit too
I
greedy
see
right
it,
there.
Twitch.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Back now in Baltimore. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 43-yard line.
Now it's Jackson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. And fights through one man. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
First down, here's White. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Eight yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They defer to White out of the shotgun, and he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up fourth down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's Jones. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football.
Let's go. He quit, baby. He quit. Let's go. Let's get it. He thought he had something, but he didn't. See if we can get another one. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I appreciate it. We just over here trying to run these dubs up. Trying to get them any way possible. play Jalen.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
On the return, Devin Duvernay.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson steps away to his left. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. The midfield stripe into Eagle territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Here's Jackson rolling to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead.
Now, this defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number one.
It should be number one, and in this portion of the field where things shrink a little bit because the receivers can't run past anyone because they'll run out of real estate, you should have all eyes on Lamar Jackson when the ball is snapped and try and keep him back in the pocket.
Yeah, I don't think that they were surprised he was running it there. They just couldn't stop him, and he ends up in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 16.
Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. Got some room at the 30. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
I ain't mad at you. I should have had you, though. I am not mad at you.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a
do what you
quarterback
gotta
to run
do.
against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taking
I
off
am
with
not
it.
mad
What
at
a
you,
big-time
partner.
pickup on
Do
that
what you
play.
gotta do. Watch this.
Gain of 3, 2nd down.
Throwing his Hurts.
I'm not mad at you.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
Burt sets up to throw it.
And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
Jake Elliott on the field.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Jackson steps away. And running with power here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11 now.
Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And to the 12. That's where it stops the return. It's halted at the 12-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker.
Oh, that's into a double.
Let's go.
And it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he will take this all the way down.
Let's go. Good way to get it back. Good way to get it back.
Charles rolling to his right. I know he's right.
Good way to get it back.
Is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
gotta stop doing dumb stuff, bro. Got to. It's gonna be embarrassing uploading this video.
Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson now. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blocker.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Latavius
He's about to quit.
A 6-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens will extend their lead.
Still stay on the
Solid
feet. Now
blocking
let's get
up
this
front from the
field
guys
goal,
on the
man.
offensive
Kicking
line,
field
allowing
goal
him
is
to
so
get
hard
in
on
for
here.
the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is.
Here's a diving catch right side.
And he's going to have a first down on a gain of about 10, and that'll take us to the 2.
I missed, bro. I'm looking at the replay. Stuff like that, but he probably would have quit.
Visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
There we go.
That's going to be intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down.
See that user pick?
Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle
See that
him
perfect timing user pick?
I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Being chased out left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So, Charles, we are 3 weeks now into the regular season, and we're left with 5 unbeaten teams. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC, over in the NFC, Panthers, Cards, and Rams, all at 3-0. Maybe not the 5 that we would have predicted when the season started, but of that group, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to say absolutely all of them. All right, sounds like I'm sitting on the fence, but I'm going to tell you why. Because quarterbacking, always what you're looking at when a team gets off to a hot start, and quarterbacking has been a key for every one of those teams. But I think there's been an addition to each and every one of them. With the Raiders, it's been Derek Carr playing at a high level, but how about how their defense has played? The Broncos, Teddy Bridgewater solidified that position. Their defense has been a constant as well. Von Miller back in his form. When you look at the Panthers, Sam Darnold, again, defense. But remember, they drafted for that 2 years ago when every draft pick was a defensive player. The Cardinals, oh, yeah, Kyler Murray's coming into his own. How about the addition of Rondale Moore, the rookie receiver? And for the Rams, yeah, it's not just Matthew Stafford, but Aaron Donald and the rest of that defense.
And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flush to his right. Finding room inside the 40. And he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Hurts dangerous.
I'm happy
when he runs that football.
he's still playing. He ain't giving up.
To me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because
I love that, bro.
I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the
I love
interceptions
that.
had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
But it'll be second
Might as
down.
well get you some points, bro.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Both these teams making their final halftime adjustments. We're just about ready to get back to football. So for the call of the second half, we get back up to Philadelphia and Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team
That
down.
wasn't no
And find a way
interception?
to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. Going for it with Sanders. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On 2nd and 12, Hurts. Oh, and Hurts
Let's go.
is gonna be hit and
Let's
taken
go.
down to the
Use your
ground.
sack.
Like a freight train off.
He quitting. He's done. It's a good game though, bro. He ain't have to quit on Twitch live.
It's like the streets keep watching when you got deep pockets. I get love from east to the west, evergreen them off. We out here breaking all this snitching, niggas need to stop it. How long these niggas had the bag and never seen a profit? Me, I'm just being honest. That dirty pull the Sprite. I still get dirty for a pint, I'm MVP Giannis. It ain't no